Right, hello YouTube. Today I am unboxing the multi-prog from Xhorse. After years of working with the iProg, it did a very good job for me. Also, after years of working with the K-Tag, I've decided to upgrade and just have one very versatile tool, reliable. So that's the box. If you look at the box, that's my 30cm ruler. So just to give you a rough idea of how big the box is and the depth. That's the depth of the box. So right, so we have right on top, it's a box with all the accessories. Right, I'll be coming back to the accessories later, but for now, okay, so there's a user manual. It's quite handy. It's got very important information, must read, really important. It will give you some more tips of how you can fully utilize your machine or your purchase. And then right here is, that's the big guy right there. Oops. Okay. All right, so at the bottom you have your serial number, the model. Try to, there we go. Right, and then at the back you have these connections. Right, I'm just gonna leave it there because I know many of you out there will want to see before you buy exactly what you're buying. All right. And then on top, that's what it looks like on top. So this end is for reading your EEPROM adapters. This is removable. You can lift it and then change the adapter to suit whatever it is you want to work on. Right, so I'll come back now to the accessories in the box. There's all these connections, and particularly right, I'm interested in the UK wall plug. It comes with 3 pins. Feels very good and solid, very good quality. Right, and there is the other part. Connect that, and this one is 15 volts, and I think about 4 amps. So that's that. And in this little box is the adapters. I'll be mainly using this one for EEPROM reading. I'll be using this one. So it takes all different type sizes of EEPROMs, and the ones that I normally use in my automotive is this one, the SOP 8. That's the one I'll be using later on in the video. Right, so we'll put that to one side and plug this in. Plug it in. Right, the one thing I need to pull out, I think it's in this box. Right, I need the Wi-Fi. This is the little Wi-Fi dongle. So it comes apart like so, and it plugs right here. Right, so that's for our Wi-Fi. Right, so all this will go to one side for later. Right, so I'll be testing this Skoda Fabia ECU. We'll be reading it, and yeah, so I'll show you all the connections on the laptop. This works with a Windows or any other software laptop, so I'll be showing you all the connections as well. So we need to plug this in and register, do all the formalities. Right, so that plugs in there. Right, so that's plugged in and powered up, so you get a blue LED light. Right, and the power button is on the side, so you flip it and it greets you with the multi-prog. So it's just come up in Chinese, but we'll let it boot up and so we put it in English. So I'm just gonna switch it off and then back on. Hopefully it comes in English now. No. Okay, so while it's right, so we need the USB cable to connect our laptop. Right, so that's going to go right here, like so. And then this end will be connecting to our laptop. Right, so I'll connect the USB, and it's recognized by our computer. So we'll start. I already have the software installed, and guys, you can pre-install this software on your laptop before you purchase the hardware. You can just, give it a test run, see what it does for you, see whether you like it. So that's another added advantage. Whereas I did show you the iProg and the KTag. You can download the softwares, but you cannot quite, you have to connect your hardware to fully enjoy. So the current device is not activated and requires an online activation before use. Do you want to activate it now? We click yes. So we're just gonna make this a bigger, larger screen. Come on. Oh, it's not. And just so you know, we are still in Chinese. So I'm hoping perhaps when we fully activate and connect to the laptop, perhaps we can change the language. So device is activated successfully. So we click OK. After the first activation of the device, it's necessary to synchronize the authorization information. Otherwise, some functions will not be able to be used. Do you want to synchronize? Yes. So you can see that's unactive. MQB authorization is not active. BMW ISN reading is not. So we click on synchronize. So it's connecting to the server. Okay, and we are activated. So we are activated, and we click OK. Right, so I just want to bring a larger screen. Right. So updates, firmware. Let's check if there's any firmware updates. There is. So we start to update, and it's just gone off. You can hear the fan running or whirring at the back. So I haven't yet connected the Wi-Fi. Right, I'm not going to, okay, it seems to be some progress on the unit. So it's finished downloading. Now it's installing the upgrade file. Right, on the computer we are coming to 50%. All right, I think I'm gonna stop the recording and then come back when we go to the next step. All right, about 66%, 67 done. Right, so I've had to reboot, shut down everything after the updates, and we are all set up now in English. So everything is good to go. We're all set up in English. And so I'm just going to take you through the ECU that we're going to read. So you go to device, you click on device, and then here you can select all. So let's go, if you go, okay, let's just go all the way down. Okay, that's all of the options we get. So we are doing an ECU. So this is all the stuff that you can do: airbags, you can do dashboards, you do the immobilizer, you can do your MCU, you can do a lot. This is a very reliable tool. You can do the gearbox. So we want the ECU. Okay, and like we said, it's Skoda. I can search here just to make it easier. Type in an SK. Right, Skoda is coming up now. Skoda. So it's the Fabia that we want, Skoda, and it's this one, the PCR2.1. Actually, just go up a bit. Skoda. Yeah, it's this. Oh gosh, it's this Skoda Fabia. Come on, where are you now? Right, it's this one we want, and we click OK. Right, so we go to the details. So we get this. So we'll be using the cable ECU adapter. Okay, so we use the ECU adapter, and if we make that bigger, right, and we click this arrow, there we go, we get the pinout connections, right? So it gives you all the detail. Alright, so I'm just going to pull out our ECU and start putting all the connections, and we can do a read. Right, so we have our pinouts on the screen along with the ECU that we're working on. I said it's a PCR. It's a PCR2.1. Right, it's a PCR2.1. So as I was unboxing, you do get these connectors, right, for your pinouts, and I'll show you. This is the ECU adapter. That's the ECU adapter, right? So the ends that go into the pinouts, if you can see closely, they have little circles. They are all circular, right? So these connectors here, they go into the circle end, like so. They go into the circle end, and then they will eventually go into this big end, will go into the pinouts, right? So in this case, our pinout number 5 is that one right up the top here. So we plug it in like so, right? And then we get the DC power, right? And then it will connect like so. I have to get a bigger one to go in there, but I think you sort of get the idea. So I'm just gonna do the rest of them, and we continue to read our ECU. Right, so that's the ECU adapter. We plug it in there at the back, and all our connections, all our pinouts are in, all our pinouts are done. So now we will go on to read our ECU. Right, so we're quite happy with all our connections, and then we come out and we go to read. So we click read. So it's initializing, communicating. Right at the bottom there, communicating, please wait. And we have this little, there we go, there was a click in the ECU. I'm sure you had that click in the ECU. So we're sending and receiving data. Please wait. Reading data. So it's reading right here at the bottom, 7%. And we've got that little, that just going round and round as it reads. It does take time. We're on 28%. Our multi-prog connected. All the pinouts connected. And we are reading a PCR2.1. It's a Continental ECU, that's the brand, Continental, and it's off a Skoda Fabia. So I'm just going to let it read in real time so you get an idea of how long it takes. So when it finishes reading, we will be able to save the file and manipulate the file whichever way we want. So that's the name, Skoda Simos PCR2.1. Right, we're now coming into just over 80%, just about to finish. Just about to finish. Right, so there we go. Data read successful. So it's ending the process. Right, so that's our read complete. So we have just down here this read operation, the duration was 5 minutes and 18 seconds. So that's our read done. So that's the read. Right, so we can save the file. Save file. Just gonna save it as internal flash for the Skoda. Right, and we click save. Right, so it shows you internal flash, ECU Skoda internal flash, and then there is external EEPROM. Right, so now we can read. You see, it's all a whole bunch of F's, so we can read the external EEPROM data. So we click on read. It's communicating, please wait. And on this little area, it's going round and round. There was a click in the ECU, sending and receiving data, please wait. There we go. Nice and quick. Data read successfully. It's ending the process, and then the chip power has been turned off because the reading is complete. Once again, it gives you the read operation duration was 43 seconds. So we go up, I can see here we have a read. We have a very good read, and there we go. Nice healthy read. So we will file, save file as Skoda external EEPROM. It's being saved on my desktop, and we click save. So that's done. Very, very good tool. Right, and that's the ECU, all the pinouts. Right, and once again I'll just take you back to the details, all your pinout details. Right, so I'm just going to come here and select combine device. Right, it gives you that, and then with that, if you go into your Xhorse application and you click combine, and you select, in our case it's the multi-prog, come on, yeah, and then it's looking for please send security code, so we then just click send. Security code has been sent. So the code was sent, I've put it in, and we click done. So now the number of combined devices is 3. So I have the multi-prog, I have the optical device for key cutting, and I have my main Dolphin key cutting machine. So that's how you combine your devices, and if you have anything else to add, you just click again on that combine. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching.